Vandaag hebben we Koningsdag. En je raadt het al, wij gaan het Evangelie delen. We gaan eens even kijken of mensen weten wie de koning der koning is en of ze voor hem willen buigen. Do you know who is the King of Kings? Because today is Kingsday, you know that, right? But who is the King of Kings?
I don't have any historical knowledge, so sorry.
Have you never heard of this phrase, the King of Kings?
We had a history in India, but I'm also not reading as well.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Yes, so this is a figure that lived 2000 years ago, and he said, even all the kings of all the earth will have to bow down for him. Have you ever heard of that story? No? No? Yeah, it's very special. I will describe him, maybe you will recognize him. So he came 2000 years ago, and he was not born in elite family. He was not in a high caste. He was very poor actually, but he became the biggest leader of the world. And people follow him not because he was very aggressive or dominant, but they follow him because they follow him with his heart, with their hearts. And it's because of who he was. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Sorry.
Sounds like a special person, right? Yes. So this person, he said in at one place, he said. He will be the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And all knees have to bow down for him. And he said he will live forever, eternally. But he also died. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know his name, but if you say something, I'm interested in listening to you about the story, but I don't know really.
Yes. His name is Jesus. Jesus Christ. Do you know what means Christ?
If you don't mind, I'm not Christian, I'm a Hindu guy, so I don't have that.
Yeah, that's why we are here. We want to share the story of Jesus to let people know who he really was. And we love him because he is our king. He still is. And he did a great thing in the earth. When he came, he was the Messiah, called the Messiah. Christ means Messiah, which is a synonym for kingship. It's an anointed king. This is what it means, Christ. So Jesus the Christ. And Jesus the King, actually. And he was anointed for a reason. Normally they will anoint priests and kings and prophets. And Jesus was anointed for a specific purpose. He had to live the life that we ought to live, but we all fail to live. To be image bearers of God, loving towards human beings. And we all failed in that. I failed in that. I definitely failed in that. I'm a sinner, but I'm also reborn. I'm reborn because of the forgiveness of Jesus. And he died on the cross. Maybe you've ever seen that in some movies or read somewhere.
Yes, I've seen some movies, yes.
Yes? So what do you know about Jesus?
I don't know enough, but I've seen some movies that's... sorry, I can't explain.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. I just try to continue where your knowledge is. So that's why I ask. But I tell you one thing. For me, the story of Jesus, the gospel is it called, it's the good news. There's a lot of bad news in this world, but Jesus says, I come to bring good news. And it's because every human being have sinned. We all have come short to the glory of God. And we all have worshipped other gods. We have all worshipped different things in life. Maybe it can be money, it can be popularity, but it can also be all kinds of things that we have centered in our lives. And Jesus says, I came to set you free from all those bondages, this slavery that you have with all those gods that you can confront in life. That's what Jesus said. He says, I came to forgive you, and I want to connect you with the creator of heaven and earth. And he did this by dying on the cross and raising from the dead after 3 days. And this was last week with Easter. It symbolized traditionally to rethink this story where he raised from the dead, so that whoever will believe in him, they will not perish, but they have eternal life, and they will have a new life in this life.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Yes. Have you ever heard about this?
Yes, I didn't hear about that, but I don't have any lot of interest to know about the knowledge. But thanks for saying.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Bye.